Three sisters,
each with one brain cell.
And way too many opinions.
Join us and grab a cup of tea.
Or coffee. Because here, the tangents are strong.
And the topics are a little questionable.
Welcome to
the Three Brain Cells. That's perfect.
Welcome back. We know you've had to take a little bit of a break from us, which we know you're sad about, probably wondering why. I don't know if we told you why. I don't know. Well, I'm 19 now. That's why. Okay. So yeah, that's why we took
For
a
all
little
the
break.
Hamilton fans out there, she's only 19, but her mind is older. Continue.
I have no idea what just happened, but okay.
That's okay. They do.
But we're back and we're feeling a little more gloomy, a little more dark, mysterious than before.
I think we're going to really be tuning in to female podcast listeners on this one.
And for
I think that's our general. Maybe not. I don't know. Go ahead.
You know, I guess. Like,
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's take.
All women love to listen about women getting murdered. Apparently, that's the thing.
Just people getting murdered. Yeah.
Dang, we're not talking about people who kill cereal? Damn. That's disappointing.
No, cereal is still around.
Thankfully.
Thankful.
It's quite delicious at times.
Midnight snack that really hits different with
Cinnamon
cereal.
Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
And our Raisin Bran.
Like, what's Lucky Charms is like magically delicious or whatever? No.
Oh, I hate
It's
the marshmallows.
disgusting.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Magically delicious. That.
Ugh.
Lucky Charms is disgusting.
Ugh.
Fruit Loops? Yeah. No.
Don't hate on my Fruit Loops.
I'm going to hate on them.
I used to eat those things by like the mixing bowl full.
Serial killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Judgerin.
I would honestly love to start the podcast out. Okay, just an FYI for your information, we are not telling stories on what these people did, how they did it, what happened after. We're not covering their storyline. Find something else for that. We're giving our unfiltered opinion. We are not saying what we say is true. We are not saying anything is valid. But we're just giving our opinions on said things.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of like critique how they did things.
We are. We're critiquing their murdering, okay?
Because
it's everything
in
everyone
our
does.
minds, we would be better at it than them. Not that we would ever do it.
No.
But we just believe that we've watched enough Criminal Minds and
I think
have done enough
thing on my polygraph would just be like, I'm vegan. I could never.
We've solved enough crimes already. We've done enough escape rooms that we've proven ourselves worthy.
We're detectives.
Yeah, so like we're just
we graduated from the academy.
So
that's how it works. Yes.
Play along kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. So I would like to start us off, since we're going to go into a lot of people who have been caught. I would like to start us off with the one person who hasn't been caught, and probably will never be caught, is the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that person's dead.
Probably dead. Yes. I mean, it doesn't mean that a detective could come along and still try and like solve the case and like figure out who it was, even though they're dead. But
the problem with that is that, and why it's
yes, it's harder because all the witnesses and stuff like that are
not even that. They didn't have the DNA technology, so nobody kept fingerprints and saliva and hair and stuff like that back then. So he just had literally nothing.
Right. Yeah. There's not much other than like his little riddles and stuff, which I appreciate. Talk about putting a spin on your hobby, your pastime.
That's an interesting way to phrase that. Pastime.
Talk about putting a
Pastime.
spin on
Your
a
criminal
horrific event.
activities?
Yes, your criminal activities. It's like, I know you're trying to catch me. I'm gonna dangle this little piece of fruit in front of you. See if you can figure out the Rubik's Cube to figure out my next spot. That's kind of what it's giving. But I do appreciate the more artistic style. Yes, in his criminal activities. Well, maybe appreciate isn't the right word for it. He did murder people. I do want to preface that. I'm not condoning murder. I'm like, murder is murder. It's horrible. Murder is murder on people. Murder is murder on animals. Just gonna throw that out there. Go PETA. So
Wait. You never mind.
okay.
No, actually, never mind. I'm not
Thank
going
you.
to get into it today.
Thank you.
I disagree is all I'm going to say.
That's okay.
I
That's
shall eat my
okay.
chicken.
I know you do. I know. We've gone over this. So anyhow,
What about playing? Sorry. Okay.
as someone who loves puzzles and loves riddles and loves figuring these kinds of things out, I appreciate his effort into creating his own. That's what I wanted to say.
It's unique. Well, yeah, it's unique. It's different. I think
it is
that's why he's so famous. And we say he, assuming it's a he, but we actually don't know.
That's true.
Genius
It could be a
can
she. 'Cause
recognize genius. That's what we
Exactly. Yeah.
that's true.
Is
was
it
about to
more
say-
likely to be a man? Yes, just based on the percentage of
Serial
serial
killers.
killers. But
The
Never know.
percent. Okay, yeah.
what? The percentage of serial killers that are male.
Yes.
Because
Although,
we've
let's be
seen the
real.
percentage
Who would
of
be
male
this
serial
clever?
killers, it's just like
Yeah. No, I figured
be
it
this
was
clever?
understood what I was. Yeah. But yes.
however, yeah, it is quite possible that was a
Now
female.
let's throw George up on the stand. No kidding.
Said George in my mind went to Grey's Anatomy.
We talked a lot about that.
We did.
We did. Yeah, we don't need to recap that one.
No, we
I
don't.
mean, because I feel like we talked about where she went wrong, but
We did.
we kind of,
Maybe starting with killing people.
we talked more about the morals of it. Whereas this time we would be
did.
talking more about like, what could you have done better?
Oh, so many things.
So obviously, to say we're setting our standards that the Zodiac Killer got away with it. No one had a clue of who, what, where, when, why.
But I feel like you do again have to keep in fact that like
Yes, the time period.
this was early. This was like one of like you could say the first serial killers. Like they were,
Yes,
like,
recognized serial killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
so
Yeah.
back then you could practically kill somebody, and as long as nobody else saw it, you were gonna get away with it. Like
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Okay, who wants to throw the next one out there?
Oh, well, should we go with a classic? I guess
Why not?
we could do. Let's just get him over with. Let's talk about Bundy. Let's talk about Ted Bundy.
interesting.
Our Theodore Robert Bundy.
Because I'm pretty sure
Very
he's the one that he killed people because of his mom, and he like dug up his mom's grave after she was dead.
Really?
Yeah. And I want to say he dug up other women's graves as well. But
Oh, you know what? No, I think that sounds familiar.
Maybe.
You're right.
Yeah.
and did some not so kind things to them is what I'll say. Just keep it
Mm-mm.
PG.
Might I add, though, also while having a wife and child.
That's scary.
Which
That's
Really
Talk
scary.
about you never know who you're dating or married to.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can have a secret life. They can be a serial killer in their secret
But
life.
she had
She had
suspicion.
suspicions.
I
Yep,
think,
and she's
like-
the reason why he was found, more or less. Like, she was one of the big reasons. Like, if he hadn't been with her, if he hadn't been with anybody, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, who knows if he
You
would
know?
have been found.
Exactly.
But I feel like a lot of people, a lot of serial killers who have like a wife or whatever, the wife has suspicions, but it's like one of those things
Yeah.
where you don't want to admit that.
Mhm.
Right. I think that's the hard
Exactly.
thing.
Because
Right.
after all that goes down, then it's what? You were the wife of a serial killer.
Serial killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
How
no
did you
longer
not know this
you.
was happening? And like,
Right.
yes.
Or
Especially if like
you
they did
become,
stuff
like,
at the
demonized as
house.
well. Yeah.
I think like I can't even imagine like the psychological toll it would take to be like, if I had paid attention to any early signs, maybe I could have prevented anyone from dying, and like people
Mhm.
essentially died under my watch.
Right.
Like that would be,
Yeah. It's scary.
yeah.
Like, yeah. But can I also give this man a shout out to
Why are we shouting out?
yes,
like,
that's true. We're not
circle
giving it a shout out. Can I just point out the fact that man was so like willing to like escape and do whatever to escape that he prepared to jump from what was it, like a 2 or 3 story window by
What
like
do you mean
practicing,
prepared?
because he was practicing from his jail cell,
Oh,
because he would
okay.
like jump down and like land, so like he would like get the landings down and like get used to like the shock and whatnot. Anyhow, jumped from a 2 or 3 story window and bolted. And tell me why they didn't think he tried to escape by giving him a room with a window that opened.
You're basing this off the TV show. You don't know how that's exactly how it happened.
No, but I mean, like, I've also watched like a docuseries or whatever, and like, I mean, he was in a room that had a window, and
Yeah, but he's mad dumb because he escaped and then said, "Let me go kill 2 people in the
Yes.
same area."
yes,
Like,
yeah, I mean,
We're disappointed, is what we are with you,
Yeah.
Wendy. We're
like
disappointed. Why are you
that's.
stupid?
But I am like,
You need to get away. You need to change your identity. You need to change the way you look.
change your lifestyle.
seriously, like be
And
more.
then, and
But-
only
Murdering.
then, do we
I'm
get a life, but don't make it too public of a life if you
Right.
want the chance to kill again. And you must have patience, bro. Have
That's the issue.
patience.
I'm.
We
their
need to wait. We need
bloodlust
to
is
lie
like-
low for at least a year. At least.
Seriously, cooling off periods. That's what throws the case into a loop a lot of the
Mhm.
time. And don't go back on the same day and start killing again, because they're going to pinpoint you. They're going to figure out that this is the anniversary something, or this is the mile marker of something. No. Mix it up.
And you can't have like the same increment of time. You need to like
Mhm.
roll your dice or something.
Yeah.
Like, at least your dice please
Exactly.
be,
Like
Right.
one time it needs to be 1 week in between, and another time it needs to be like 3 years in between. Like
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
You
Mix it up,
can't-
bro.
You can't let them know your next move.
That's exactly what I was
Exactly.
about to say.
But I'm curious because he's one of those serial killers who, while caught and massive mounds of evidence against him, never admitted to ever killing anyone himself. Like he refused to admit. Do you think there was some like mental thing going on where maybe he just truly didn't believe he was doing that? Like he dissociates or something?
No,
or-
honestly though, because like he had such a fan base with
Yeah.
women, especially after he got caught. I
Well,
feel like
he was
some
considered to
sadistic
be
part of him.
handsome.
Say what?
He was considered to be handsome, man.
yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Like good looking, and that's why he was able to like kill so many women. But like, I feel like some sadistic part of him was like, if I don't admit to this, my good looks will get me off. Look how many people I have supporting me.
But I mean, even up to the day when you're literally sitting
Yeah,
in that
about to
chair
sit
and
in the
about to get
chair.
elected, like you still say nothing, refuses, denies even.
Yeah.
Like,
But maybe it's the satisfaction of, even if they have all this evidence, they could never be 100% sure kind of thing. Like,
Right.
you never got it out of me personally,
Mhm.
like the whole kind of loyalty
Maybe.
thing almost, but to yourself. Like, I would never snitch on myself like that.
Yeah. I thought they
Maybe.
were able to tie him with a few cases.
No,
but
they
there
did
was-
tie him
Yeah.
because of evidence, but he
Right.
never said
He never
anything.
admitted to it. Yes, but then I know like there were many like instances where they like because he was like you know when they're on death row and like they're obviously like it takes a while to get executed kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, like they had like put like an extension or something to try and get him to talk, and then it was
Yeah.
because he wouldn't talk that like he ended up getting executed. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of like his interviews or anything like that, but there's like a point where like the lights flicker, and I think like the interviewer like comments on it, and then Ted Bundy's like, "Yeah, they're testing out the electric chair." You're like, "Oh snap!" And like he knows this, and it's still like I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
what I'm saying is
figured
there's
out my
so
wit.
because I can't imagine like you kill all those people and then like you get caught. Wouldn't there be some level of satisfaction of being like, yeah, you think it was only this many people? Let me actually
Posting.
tell
It's
you.
that's what I was just about to say. What if it is that, and that it's the satisfaction of they will never know how
No,
many
how
many.
many?
I killed, because that's what they get the
Yeah.
thrill out of. They don't get the thrill out of people knowing how many people they killed. It's the
That's
thrill of
true.
knowing you don't know how
Don't know
many
how
people
many I
killed.
killed. Right.
True.
Which keeps
That's
people
true.
talking
Like
about
some
you.
of those are my secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know.
That's wild.
It
But
is,
yeah,
isn't it?
I think his method though is really cliche. Like it's really bleh.
It is. It and again, as being one of the first well-known serial killers, I guess I'll give him cliche.
He's not one of the first well-known serial killers. Bundy?
Fair enough. More recent times,
He
I
was
guess.
killing in like the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
more recent, maybe. Yeah, I think more publicity just because it happened in a time era of where
Right. Where
media
TV
was
and-
becoming
yeah,
really
that's a good point. That's a
more
good point.
like a lot more prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yes, very cliche. Very cliche.
Yeah,
So
and
like
bland.
I'm gonna give him like a negative 100 on that.
like let's be more interesting, can we?
Although as mixed black women, I'm okay with the cliche.
This is true. This is true. Oh my goodness. All right, who you want to talk about next?
The clown
idea.
killer himself. Why not?
Oh, let's do
Clown
it.
killer.
I mean, that's what people called him, which
Yeah.
kind of made me disappointed when like you find out that's not exactly how it all goes down.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Could refresh my memory on him.
This is John Wayne.
John Wayne.
He
Okay.
was pretty prevalent within his community, helping like younger boys kind of like stay active, not get into trouble, because he employed them to help with his construction company. And some of these boys were maybe troubled boys who ran away from their homes or whatever you have it.
Yeah.
Just passing through, hitchhiking, whatever it may be. And we're looking for quick money. And some of those boys he then killed. And he hid them in his own house.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever
Yeah.
he was doing new renovations in his house, he would bury them right
Yep.
there.
Like they were just in his basement, basically, like buried under his basement.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
like
And
dig up all the concrete and all that.
he was more interesting though in the like a lot of times he would offer like work to be done at his house or something, but he also did like magic tricks sometimes to like trick them in using like handcuffs and then attack them. So yeah.
I
Very
mean, that's
interesting.
almost, I mean, not like to that extent, but that's almost kind of like with Dahmer. I mean, he would do the same thing with some of the men that he killed. And not using magic tricks, but using the idea that they were going to have intercourse to give
Oh,
them,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, there has to be some aspect of luring because
Right.
otherwise I ain't going with some random stranger.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, but that's the thing though. Like you say that today, but like
That all
during the
started
times
because
right
of the fact
when
that
a lot of these things were prevalent, serial killers and such. I mean, because the opportunities, you know, made themselves available. I mean, people were hitchhiking, just getting in random cars with people. Like people would just go to random people's houses, like for parties or whatever, not knowing anybody. I mean, like people were just like
True.
whatever, you know,
True.
because
I don't disagree.
the known threat of how people can be wasn't at the forefront of media. It wasn't totally media yet to be exploited like such, you know?
True.
So, yeah, I mean, so then it like honestly, like baffles me today when people turn up to be like serial killers. And you're like,
Well, I still I honestly think there's even an aspect that's easier now because you have things like social media and dating apps where it's so easy to pretend to be and now with AI,
and that way to lure people.
yeah,
not
and
Yeah.
it's like,
that, but
oh,
people you
point.
can get to know can then kill
Right.
you and then pretend that you're still there.
right,
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
true,
Worse.
and that's scary. Right. And it's so easy because it's like, oh, maybe we live states away and it's like, oh, let's meet up. And like, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I think I know this person because I've been
Right.
talking to them for months on end. And it's like,
But you don't.
psych, you do not know them at all.
That's
Not who you
true.
thought it was.
Yeah. Good point.
So, I mean,
Even within like the homeless community or prostitution, it's like
Yeah.
right. Yeah, nobody cares where those people
Much
end
of that
up.
yes, much of that community nobody pays attention to. Nobody
Right.
can report on,
yeah.
you know, because either someone doesn't know the homeless person, so no one notices when they're gone, or with prostitutes, no one reports because it was something illegal. And most likely the person who's going to be reporting it is a prostitute themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's a cruel, cruel world. People are very cruel.
Yeah. My boyfriend sitting in the background, I just heard him answer a scam call, and I was like, you know what? That probably could be another way.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I know. I'm going to give a little shout out to Crime Junkie. It's a podcast by two women who talk all about different serial killers. Not even just serial killers, but like people who go missing, and like mysterious deaths, stuff like that. Anyhow, they also bring a lot of light to not well-known cases to help try and get them solved, and just like bring light to cases that aren't in big media. Anyhow, there was this case that I recently listened to where this guy set up this like fake dating profile, would match with a guy, like tell him like, hey, like, can you just like meet me at my house, come pick me up, kind of thing, and like we'll go from there. And like he'd get there, and then like he would pretty much he'd kill them, right? He would take them into his garage,
Serial killer would?
kill him. But the funny thing was though, is like once they eventually like found this garage and they asked this guy to open it up, he's like, yeah, sure, of course. And like there was like this table, there was like knives, there was like, you know, duct tape and tarp and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I'm shooting a film for whatever, and this is what it's about. And it was literally verbatim, like exactly what he was doing. And
they didn't pick up, like, were these people trying to solve the case?
yeah, they were trying to solve the case, and they
And they
picked
didn't.
up on it.
Oh, okay. I
But
was
like,
just, are they
but
done?
like when they would test, like they'd be like, okay, this looks like blood, and he's like, oh no, that's just like corn syrup and like, you know, red dye, like they do it in the movies all the time. Anyhow, we go on and on about these things, and like eventually, yes, he got arrested for the murder. But it's just the fact that like, yeah, like I mean, again, you don't know who's on the other end of a screen.
Well,
But
yeah, that's highly recommend you never go meet someone at their house or have someone meet you at your house ever on a first any meeting kind of thing.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no. Meet in public, please, at a crowded place, and tell people where you are.
Tell people where you are.
Because, like, at the very least, if something does happen to you, which I pray to the Lord Almighty above, then nothing does. But if something did, at least someone knows where you were,
Yeah.
and you got a starting point. Like,
Yeah. And honestly, I'd even say like have a routine with somebody or like something like to that extent. Because like this guy that like was lured, like the guy that lured him, killed him, like was posting like on the social media and like sent his job a resignation letter and like all these sorts of things to like make it seem like this guy was just like running away with this woman he met online.
that's
And
wild.
that's a lot like why the police are like, oh, he's just like swept up. Like,
That's so true. Guys could pretend to be women
So-
now. Oh, that's scary.
yeah,
Oh
they're
my
like
God.
they're like he'll probably come back, but he just seems like a grown adult who went on a vacation with
Yo,
this woman.
if
he
someone
met.
starts posting like crazy on my
Right.
social media, know that someone took me because I don't post like that on my social media.
Dude, if someone posts on my social media, no, it's not
Yeah,
me.
just-
I don't post. No, but like, I mean, there was like this one story years back where like this guy died in his house, no mysterious death or anything like that, like no murder, nothing like that. But like the Domino's or something like that was near him thought something was off and like asked for like a house call. Because he ordered
Did
from
you
there every day.
Oh, okay. I imagine the dominoes as in
I
the
know, I
playing
use that a lot.
pieces.
But like,
But
oh,
Oh,
I didn't get it until you were like,
like that genuinely, like, it makes sense.
that
'Cause,
does
like,
make sense.
having worked at 2 different fast food places, and you get to know your regulars, and then they don't show up.
show
You're like,
up. What
Where are
happened?
they?
What
happened?
happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they come back, and you're like, where were you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I didn't even realize I didn't come by like that much. And you're like, well, I noticed.
I noticed. I was here. You weren't. You didn't
Right.
clock in with me this morning. What happened?
That's crazy. But I mean, they were already dead at that point, so.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it's the
but
thought
still.
that matters.
Yes.
The fact that their body like may have never been found if I didn't like
Mhm. Yeah.
True. I would hope it eventually would have been found, but yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Mhm.
Okay. Our last famous one. The famousest of famous ones, at least in most recent times. Interesting. Mr. Jeffrey Dahmer. I was just looking at the years that he was active killing. He was active for like 13 years.
Mhm.
And John Wayne Gacy was only active for like 6, but Gacy confirmed killed
A lot more.
like twice as much. So,
Yeah.
which I just thought that was interesting. Not that we want more people
which
dead
is
at
why
all.
he was found.
True and quicker. Yeah. But yes, Mr. Dahmer.
Mr.
Oh,
Dahmer.
Mr.
One, you stand
Dahmer.
out from the crowd because you ate your victims.
Yeah.
It's giving
I don't
Delicious
know how
in
we-
Dungeon.
No.
Did you say Delicious in Dungeon?
Yeah, she did, but
Have you seen it?
Watching
she
it right
started
now.
it. I know that.
Oh.
But
Isn't
they
that a
don't
cooking
eat
show?
their own kind. It's an
No,
anime where
That's
they
true. That's true.
literally
They don't eat
Yeah, but isn't
trying
it a
to
cooking
conquer a
anime?
dungeon.
Oh.
yeah.
It's
Maybe I'm
like,
thinking of the other one you talk about sometimes.
it's like both plot and cooking. Like it's
Yeah.
both.
But you
Oh,
can't actually cook these things because
No, even though they look delicious, but they're usually inspired off of some actual dish that you
Yeah.
could cook. But,
right, yes.
Gotcha.
But anyhow.
no, you're talking about campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. That's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That one exactly.
Which has less plot line, but it still does have a plot line, and it's more about the cooking.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
Mr. Dahmer
I don't
ate.
feel like I can comment on that much because, like, haven't eaten human to my knowledge. So
Oh, right.
whether or not that was a good or bad choice, I don't know. I mean, okay, but
It's
here's
one
my
way to
thing.
dispose of some of the evidence.
Correct. But also, it's like if you're going to kill something, you might as well use the entirety of it. It's what we do with animals. It's only
Very-
right to like.
I want to note that on August 12th, 8:34 p.m. in 2025, Soljan Thompson has declared that if you shall kill a human, you might as well use
I said
the remains.
animal. I said animal in general
Yes.
to make it
Don't
very
waste it.
inconspicuous.
In the context of human beings.
Now, I will say as I feel like it's a well-known fact, but for those who have not heard the fact, from people who have cannibalized, okay, it is said that tattoos don't taste good.
Of course
You're less
not.
likely to eat people with tattoos. Keep that in mind when you start giving looks at people with tattoos, because we ain't getting eaten.
But I mean, think about it. There's literally ink in the skin and the meat of the person. Like,
Yeah.
let me put some ink inside your chicken and stuff. Would you like that? Even your tofu, Jasmine. You wouldn't like that.
No, I would
You
not.
wouldn't like that.
Anyways, but this
I'm
my
not
point is just like, how are you to say whether it was a good or bad choice to eat human flesh if you yourself have not eaten human flesh?
Yeah.
Morally,
I have
it's a bad
morals.
choice. That's why I just said morally, it's a bad
know,
choice.
That's true. I'm also on the morally bad choice after people have already died. I'm going to shout out The Mortician. I don't know if either of you actually watched it after I recommended it. Anyhow, I'll just shout it out. I won't spoil anything. But yes, I get where you're coming from solely on that.
Yes, I understand what you're
Like,
saying.
yes, they are dead.
It's like my point
Might
is
as well not
these
waste their
serial killers,
sacrifice.
they are deranged.
They
Like,
are. And it's
they
not like he
think
was
that
killing for
people
the
is
cannibalism.
okay. Yeah.
Correct.
They
He
think
was-
that killing people is okay. Therefore, why not
Yeah.
use their skin and turn it into soap? Because pretty sure you could do that.
They're fat.
Yeah.
Boil the bones, get some bone broth and gelatin.
Okay.
My-
So, Dahmer.
Hey,
I don't
It
know what
almost-
you would do with like the teeth or things like that. Eyeballs, I guess you could eat them.
Guys.
The hair, I don't know what you do with the hair. What do you do with hair?
Anyways, so Dahmer
brush.
is
You can turn it into a brush, a
I
paint
don't
brush.
know.
Dahmer.
Brush, but
Dahmer
maybe
is an
thread.
interesting serial killer to me because
Uses what? Hey, I want to know what each part's used for. Don't
Yarn?
hate me right now.
okay, hair you can make
Yarn.
into yarn.
I see. What about like fingernails and stuff?
I feel like if you blend them up into a powder, maybe it could be like a little
Collagen powder.
seasoning?
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Seasoning. It ain't gonna have no flavor, but okay.
Maybe a little crunch.
Anyways, I think Dahmer is an interesting serial killer because I feel as though for most of his kills, it wasn't his initial intention. He
No.
wanted connection.
Mhm.
And I guess this is maybe where you were talking about that people didn't like that he was portrayed as a victim because that humanized him too much, maybe.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. But I think it is important to recognize that that wasn't his initial intention. And so his MO wasn't murder, it was kidnap. That was definitely there. And occasionally lobotomize someone, just for the fun of it, because why not? And then when things got out of hand or it didn't go his way,
Then kill.
then
Right.
he turned
Then he
to
killed
murder.
him.
And it was always kind of a last ditch, like not planned at all. What's it called? Third degree murder. What? First degree murder is when it's fully planned, right? Like it's been thought out hardcore.
No, I think
Which
that
is the
has
way
to
it
do with
goes.
involvement with the murder. I feel like there's like it's not
No, I don't think so. Because
it's
there's
like
different
something with
even
intent to kill, right?
No, what I'm
correct.
saying is like
It has to do
one
with
of the
your
degrees.
intention.
Yeah, one of the degrees is like it was planned out fully. Like you
Yeah.
knew you were going. Like it was
And
happening.
one of them is it's like you didn't plan it out, but you then had the intention that you were going to kill them.
Right. And then the other one is like zero intention, like imagine like people in a bar fight and then it gets out of hand and someone dies. That would be like a completely
Right.
unintentional murder.
Yeah.
His might be more borderline second degree than I would say.
Definitely
Because
second, at least.
okay.
It was definitely
It was
thought out that I am going to kill this person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's my
There was
other
no
thing,
hope
though.
of them leaving alive.
True.
Exactly.
True. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Right, because then there's my other thing. Like, it also felt like he never had the intention of them leaving alive.
No.
Like when he would bring them back. So I feel like there
No.
was intent in a sense.
That's why we said like second
Okay.
degree.
I get
Maybe
you.
bordering on first degree, but I don't think he intended to when he brings them to his apartment or whatever. Because again, I think initially it's about wanting a connection, someone to come home to and stuff.
Right, and that's my thing though. But like I don't think he was capable of having like a steady connection, and I think he
No.
knew that. So it
I
wasn't
don't know
the
if he
idea
knew
of
that though.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
he
right.
emotionally developed enough.
Exactly. So it was like it was the fact that even if he was able to connect with somebody, he would still end up murdering them because
Right, but
this
in his
thought
mind, that's not
that
what he
it's
was thinking.
his.
In
Right.
his mind, he was probably hoping this will be the one that I can connect with. This will be the
Yes,
one that
and
works out.
and it's almost like he turns possessive
Yeah.
in that stance, which
Yeah.
then turns into murder because how dare you try and leave? No.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. No,
Because that's
absolutely.
all that ever happened to him before was people left
Left.
and
Right.
never came back. And he
Abandoned
said they
him.
would,
Right.
Yes. Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
which is why he didn't have the intention of them leaving when they got back to his place, but not because he was going to kill them, but
Yeah.
because he wanted them to stay with him.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just point out though the fact that nobody likes when said evil people or people who do horrific things are humanized, because no one wants to ever believe that they are of the same thing that this horrific person is. Like this horrific person, yes, they are human. They are made of the same things you are. Like they more than likely maybe they lived a relatively similar childhood than like half the population. A similar childhood. Abandonment happens to a lot of people. You don't see
It
all
does.
these foster kids becoming serial killers.
Okay, but he was abandoned in a slightly different. I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm just saying that it's like you can pinpoint definitely at least another person on the planet who has had a similar background to another serial killer who didn't become that
well,
way.
yes, but we have to factor in that environment and childhood and trauma is part of it, but there's also a definite genetic component. Like that's been established. There's a
Yes.
genetic component to.
Which then could you say,
Mm.
you know how they're like with CRISPR, they're like editing out like Down syndrome and stuff like that. Like, could you not edit out?
But you,
Well, you
have
would
to
need
know
to
the
know the
exact gene that does
Right.
that.
I'm just saying, like, if they can.
And we
figure
don't
it
know
out.
that.
I don't think it's a specific gene. It would be a combination of all your genes
Yeah.
that play this role on you.
Right.
Like this combo makes up a serial killer.
Like it's something that it's a genetic
Of course.
component that predisposes to it doesn't mean you
Like
will
the
become
environment
it, and then
Yeah.
turns it on. Like,
yep,
That
yeah.
they can be on an abortion watch list.
No.
That was wild.
No.
Abort at the age of.
No.
That's insane.
No.
Whoa.
Mm-mm.
Kidding.
I do not stand for this. I do not
stand
for this. But yes, I think people don't like when their background is shared like that, because then it does humanize them, and can paint them as a victim. And I mean, the honest truth is most of these people were victims in some, I mean, think about it. Why do you think they make other people victims? It's probably some sort of on a certain level, like a power play, because like I was a victim. Now I need to be able to
Right.
be
Just
the
like
other
most
side of that. Yeah, exactly like bullying. Like,
it's just an escalated level of that.
and I know that
I
that's
mean,
what.
you could argue that bullying causes the exact same things to happen because repetitive bullying causes people to kill themselves in rapid rate,
Yep. No,
in which you
I
could say
agree.
those people are
That's true.
second-handed serial
Killers.
killers.
Yeah, if they make more than one person, I guess. But
Oh my
I
God.
really hope that's not true. But yeah, I
Do
fully
you think
agree.
someone could try trying? Someone could give
See, that's really hard because
like make a case
we
for
don't
that?
have laws for like the psychological and mental
No, yeah.
abuse part of it. So technically, the person killed themselves with their own hands. It's a physical act, and so I
Right.
don't think so personally.
Hmm.
Could you? What is the thing you can like? You can sue someone
But
for like
okay, but like isn't it
psychological and emotional damage, right? But they won't go to jail. They probably just owe you money.
okay, but tell me this, and I guess I don't know entirely how the law works, not that you guys do either, but okay, if you point a gun at someone and you're like, step up on that chair, put the noose around your neck, and step off the chair, otherwise I'm going to shoot you, and they end up doing that, therefore committing suicide. But it was like all caught on camera kind of thing. Like, would that person not get blamed?
I don't know, but
Because then my thing is, if it's a bunch of online bullying, which does happen, which happens a lot, because people are more likely to express that meaner side of themselves.
But you can't compare that to someone holding a gun at your head and say, kill yourself, otherwise I'll kill you, because either way you're dying.
I mean,
But you can't.
there
Because
are people
so many
who
of
get
these
death
people
threats that
will
it's like,
No,
if you
comment
won't kill
and
yourself,
and
I'll kill
I'm
you.
aware you get death threats, but death threats aren't I'm gonna kill you if you don't. I mean,
They
it's a
could
verbal threat. It's not a
something.
physical threat, is what I'm trying to say. It's not exactly the same
Yes.
thing. Now,
But,
could they end up
I mean, you
physically
could
threatening you? Yes.
you could claim though you don't know if the gun is empty or full. Like you don't know if the
It's true.
chamber's filled or
Right.
not. So it could be a verbal threat with a like
Physical object.
I'm
mhm.
aware.
Like there's a lot
But
of
I don't
cases
know
you
if you
can
can
make.
even
You
try
can't.
someone for that.
I don't think you can.
Because again, they didn't kill
They
anyone.
didn't kill you. They threatened you.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
Just
is
say that it actually
disappointing because we
Because the number
definitely
of times
need
people can go to the police and say this person threatened to kill me, and they're like, "Well, until they actually do something, we can't really do anything about that."
anything. You can file a restraining order.
But they can violate that at their own free will.
Yep,
So
exactly. It's like it doesn't matter.
don't do much.
Yeah, but I definitely think there should be laws in place around bullying because you're right, Sully. Like it's as dangerous, and the problem
if
is,
not more.
If not more, because
yeah,
More.
because it's literally in the hands of children usually, not always. I mean, I know bullying happens in adult workplaces as well, but I mean, teen suicide is number one causes bullying, right? So like that's the hands of children who are emotionally immature, unaware of the consequences of their actions, and it's just like it's so dangerous because they'll just keep going and going until
they can't
the
because they're
worst.
gone.
Yeah, it's sad. I
Yeah.
think that's why like 13 Reasons Why was such a
Hard-hitting show.
well, I was talking about the book because I read the book first, but
Yeah.
like it was so like bring so much awareness because like if you looked at each of those reasons separately, you'd be like, it's not that serious. I mean, okay, some of them were like, okay, that was a lot. But most of them you would look at them and be like, that's really not that much. But it's like you have to recognize in the combination with all of those things playing out together and how people process things is different and how our perspectives are in each situation is different. And like that any little thing can be that
Yeah.
reason. It's so important to treat people nicely.
Yeah, it is. Your actions have consequences.
Yeah.
You might not see them, but someone else will.
Someone else feels them
Yep. That's the biggest thing.
and internalizes them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should we talk about a less famous serial killer? Or let's talk about a woman serial killer.
Yes.
Such a
The
rarity.
less likely, yes, rarer type of serial killers.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about yours or you want me to talk about the one that
You
I
can talk about
found?
yours.
Okay. So this is Eileen Wuornos. She's active for like 1 year, between 89 and 90. 7 confirmed kills. I'm just gonna read what the whole thing says. It's not that much, but so it gives the background. She had a traumatic childhood, abandoned by her parents, sexually abused by family members, and homeless as a teenager. She turned to sex work for survival. Her methods were she picked up male clients and shot them, often taking their belongings. She claimed she acted in self-defense, saying the men attempted to assault her. She was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. This says she has a deep mistrust in men, which I think is very obvious from everything I just said.
Yeah.
And then she was arrested in January of 91 after a sting operation where an undercover officer befriended her. Her life inspired the 2003 film Monster, starring Charlize Theron. I don't know. I've never.
Charlize Theron or something.
Oh, okay, solid. You know who that is. I do not. I've also never heard of that movie, but that's cool.
That's cool.
Not cool, but
No,
interesting.
but interesting.
You know, if that was my childhood and my trauma, I would probably want to act revenge on men as well. I don't know if that's what I would do, but
No.
totally see. I can understand why she did what she did. Not saying it's okay.
Right.
And I think a lot of women around the world could probably understand what she did, considering the number of women who get sexually abused in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's probably, what, like 50% of women in their entire lifetime, if not more than that?
Mm-hmm. Sexually abused? I don't know the statistic on that. But I know that like near every woman gets some sort of sexual harassment at some point in their life.
Yeah, I guess that's a better word for it, yeah.
I think that number is in the high 90s. Unfortunately.
Very unfortunate. And I think we've all had the thought of, wow, if only men were not around.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Because it's not until you, and especially it's not until you realize, like, especially people with tattoos, like when they have a Medusa tattoo.
I was like, where's this going?
Yeah, it was like,
Sorry, no.
Talking about eating people with tattoos again? Okay.
No, yes. No. Whenever they have a Medusa tattoo, I'm just like I almost take like a moment of silence. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really sad.
So sad. Yeah.
And that's just the ones you know, because those are the people who've chosen to
get a tattoo and publicize that kind of thing.
Yeah. And even accept the fact that it happened.
That it happened.
Because there's so
That's
many
true.
women who
don't acknowledge
they
it.
find fault in themselves or something and they just like
But that's because society has and still
I know.
trains women to think it's your fault.
Yeah.
Starting in school, no skinny straps. Don't show your shoulders. If you're showing your shoulders, then obviously, like, you let them
You're
off.
asking for it, yeah.
Right. It's the
This
way
is
you
true.
dressed. Like, how did you dress? Were you showing your knees? Yes, because my knees are so appealing.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
so true. Like, there's so many like rules in like elementary through high school specifically. Once you get past that, not really anything. But then that made me think. Like, I remember in like junior high, like for Halloween, you remember how there's like those skin tight suit things that like covered like the
Yes.
face. I remember guys would come in and wearing
Weird
that,
those.
no underwear, and nobody cared.
And no shorts over.
No, nobody cared.
No. But that's like the other thing. Like, how many men can you even just like walk down the street in summer and see countless shirtless men? They're not out getting sexually assaulted. Women aren't all over them trying to like drag them into an alley or lure them into an alley kind of thing. Like, not that I'm saying women should go topless, although like free the nipple.
But you can even make
But
the
still.
comment that women wearing sports bra and
Yes,
like, workout shorts.
shorts.
Somebody would say,
Yes.
"Oh, well, they were asking for it.
They were asking
because
for it.
They're showing
They're showing whatever.
more skin than they are covered up, like
Right.
kind of thing."
Like, they don't say that about men
No.
when they're wearing their
Right.
little Speedo.
Right.
He's asking for
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Good day.
We're like on social media, like all these fitness influencers, and how many times I'll see like guys posing in picture, like their pictures, like showing off their legs, and they literally pull their pants down and they're just in their underwear, and they post pictures of this.
Mhm.
And if it was a woman, it would immediately be like, "Ugh, she's just trying to get attention."
What a prude, or like what a slut, or like it's yeah. It's just the hypercriticalism of females.
Mhm.
Just,
Yeah. I'll speak on mine. So this is that I will be talking about is Amelia Elizabeth Dyer. She's of the Victorian era, so happened quite a while ago. But pretty much what she did was she took it upon herself to be a baby farmer. And I guess it was semi-common back then because people who had children that they didn't want, or if they're prostitutes and stuff like that, like they would look for another family to take in the child and give them a better life.
that was called baby farming.
Because I guess because I guess it was baby farming. I guess it was the precursor to fostering. Because
That's
these people would
goofy.
take in the children, and they'd get paid to take in the children.
Really, back then?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
So
actually
whoever
kinda
was dropping
surprised.
off the child would pay them to take the child. Well, this
So,
Amelia lady would
forever
take in the
daycare.
child, and within a week would kill the child.
Oh.
And she did this for the money
Oh.
because she was a widow.
That is incredibly sad. That needed
And
warning.
it says that it's estimated that she killed around 400. It says most that she'd wait like a few days after it gets dropped off. A few she'd wait just a few hours.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, these people are dropping the kids off. They don't want the kids, so nobody cares.
Nope, and that's why she got
Kids
away
are
with it
just
for
dying.
400 children. She put
Jeez
ads in the paper
Louise.
saying like I'll take your child. It's like happy home or whatever. It's just this much. I think it's like 10 cents, which obviously back then was a bit much. Yep. She would advertise married couple, no child, would adopt one, good home, small premium, and then what have you. And then it's like there's
Where did
terms,
she put
and,
these
like,
kids? Just bury them out back?
well, I know a few went into a river. And I'm pretty sure that's how she would
That's
drown some
terrible.
of them. It would just be like a big rock or stone, and
Oh, they'd be alive when she threw them in the river? That's so sad.
yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Let's see. Yep. She began disposing of the bodies herself by throwing them in a river.
See, like, I feel like that's one of those people who I would be like, "What happened to you?"
Yeah. Like, Like, you want the children. Like, what in the world
Yeah.
could have possibly happened? Like, I can't even think of a scenario. Like, you lose your own child. I still can't even imagine how that would lead to that. Like, what would,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
I need
think-
background.
Well, okay, so she did this for 30 years, I would like to mention. Like, that's a long time.
But still, that's like a kid a month.
That's right. Well, no, because that's over 100 or yeah, okay. That's about a kid a month. Yeah. Never mind. But 10 kids every
Well,
year.
it's probably more than that, actually, to be honest, because
Yeah. Because if it was more than 400, yeah.
I don't want to math
Mhm.
right now, but
Yep. And then if I read correctly, I think she had a
About
kid
a
of
kid a
her
month.
own. So, yeah. Yep. She had a kid
this
of her own.
person never said anything over 30 years. You had to have known. Had to have known. Had to have known. Ain't no way. That child survived. That child didn't die. She didn't kill it.
Let me keep reading. Okay, so she'd murder them by either starving them, drugging them with an opiate-laced cordial known as Mother's Friend, or she'd strangle them.
Wow, so many methods.
Yeah. Look it up.
Like, what in the world could possibly make you?
Like that's the kind of
That's
person I'm like I can't just choose to think that we all have something like that in us.
Right. Like that. That is definitely someone who's just like.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's like you hear about like the nurse who killed babies in the nursery and stuff.
Yes.
Like that, like to me, like what in the world is literally wrong with you?
Mhm.
Those are women too, usually. So it's like,
Mhm.
what?
What if it's like the whole like nature versus nurture but gone wrong? kind
Oh,
of
like
thing?
complete
Yeah.
opposite end of the spectrum, basically. Maybe. Like on
I
some
was just about to say
sick,
that like
twisted way, they think that's their way of nurturing or something. Or like
or
that's
they
their
could
way
just
of
be
thinking they're
they
helping.
don't have that.
Oh, interesting. Maybe.
And so to them it's just babies are annoying and
Yeah.
that's what I don't know. But like because like when you really like there are many differences between men and women, but like the main one that people talk about most often is the whole nature versus nurture aspect. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, women have a much more nurturing personality. Like they
Mhm.
Yes.
like seek those things out. And it's like
Yeah.
men don't. So it's like in a way, is it that women can't bring themselves to do something like that because they find life more valuable in a way, and
Yeah, maybe.
it's less that if someone wrongs me, I want to kill you, and it's more I try to take care of every person to the best of my ability.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, because there's even like, I mean, you know, because yes, because like the whole nature versus nurture thing, like it's gone beyond obviously just humans, into other species, and like there's other species like crabs and sharks who will eat their own to survive. You know, so
Yeah, but that's life so different to me. Like these animals do not have a frontal
It's survival.
cortex. Like
This is survival. That means only survival, and you put almost any humans into a survival situation
True.
like that, and you
Yes.
will end up attacking one another.
that's
right.
So
that's true. Yeah.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Man, that was a sad one to end on. Jeez.
yeah,
Sorry.
Which is wild knowing we were coming into this episode talking about serial killers. But that one is just like
doom and gloom.
horrendous.
I know. But to touch on it with like reality, I mean, there's so many people who are foster parents who don't actually take care of the children. And they generally make money. Now, whilst getting away with killing the children would not as be easy in today's day and age because it's the Victorian
Abusing
era, and I
them
read
and
that
Abuse.
many babies died or didn't make it past much of infancy just because they didn't have like antibiotics and what have you, so, or any hygiene. So it just kind of flew under the radar for her. But that would not fly under the radar today. Autopsies would
No. But abuse happens like crazy in the
Abuse,
foster
lack of
system.
care,
horrible.
Yeah.
starving, like
Neglect. Yep.
Just horrendous.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is terrible.
Bless you.
That's why if you can adopt, you should adopt. It doesn't always have to be a little baby. It can be just someone who needs a home. Or if you can foster and you
with
know you
puppies.
can provide a safer
And other
fostering.
animals. Adopt, don't shop.
I know that's a big thing to ask though for people. Like taking in a whole human being is a lot.
Yes. There's a lot.
So think about it, pray about it.
but there are people who definitely can do it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
And that's why it's like if you feel like you can provide a safer environment for people, then like why not?
Right.
Like it doesn't have to be a ton of kids. Even if it's just one.
Just start with one.
Changed one kid's life. Like but yeah.
On that note, a little happier. Enjoy a lovely weekend.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
We will.
Maybe with a gorier subject, maybe with a happier one. You never know what's coming with us.
Nope.
And that's on
Rose
Three
got to
brain
do
cells.
double take. Thanks for surviving another episode of Chaos.
Don't forget to follow, comment, give us 5 stars, and share with your friends.
Or don't. You know us. We'll probably still be here talking anyways. Bye.
Bye.